Namaste, Aquarians and Aquarius risings, and welcome to Soul Horoscope SUPERscope Weekly Report. My name is Christopher Oteki. I call myself the Sensei to Serious Joy. I'm here to help people step into their hearts and live into the enlightenment potential. That's spiritual, that's heart-based, that's, you name it, baby, abundance. And this is a SUPERscope because it is super. It is here designed to help many categories. One, of course, is for Aquariuses and Aquarius risings as well. So if you're Aquarius or Aquarius risings, this will definitely help you out. I call you the step fours. That's the fourth step in light casting our potential, or on our the fourth step to serious joy. This is also a good horoscope for if you have Venus in Aquarius. I call you a 4VQ, and that will be a little bit later here in the scope. So we have been just doing nothing but profound change. It's all inward. We've got a grand cross still in effect in the skies, everyone knows. And you are now shifting topics to the sun in Taurus. For Aquarius and Aquarius risings, this means a shift to your emotional foundation, which is extremely important. I call it the potting soil of your soul garden. How you feel is how you ended up grounded on Earth. This is an emotional-based reality. The moon is 1/3 the size of the Earth. Aquas don't like emotion, and that's part of the problem. The Earth is basically built out of the sea. So I know you want to be here in this clouds with me, and we can go here. But if you're not good at the sea part, it's not fun. And that's where we're at. The sea is, of course, how I feel, the I feel state of awareness. So we're having a solar eclipse this week, and this means it's time to step out of an old sea or an old potting soil of your soul garden. You're going to come out of that and replant yourself into a new potting soil. And you know what? I had a client one time tell me that it's not even really a potting dish. It's like you might think of yourself as planting yourself onto a new emotional mountain. All right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a pot. You don't have to be contained. But you do have to emotionally ground yourself in a new way now, which frankly means you have to respond differently to yourself and baby yourself as necessary, because if you don't, you won't bear fruit. Saturn in Scorpio. All right? So now that said, we're under a grand cross. For you and for everyone, the happening spot is Jupiter. The rest of the planets are slow and holding us back. Uranus and Aries is on the left screen, thinking differently, so innovating your thinking. Then Mars retrograde in Libra is saying, who knows what this is about? You're not sure yet. We'll see what it concludes to. We don't know where we're going necessarily when this is all over, except that truth. Pluto in Capricorn retrograde says, have faith and hold that note. The only thing that is in fact changing and moving forward is Jupiter in Cancer, which is your life path, you're connected to the moment, and more importantly, your ability to connect to your feelings in the moment. If you cannot deal with the emotions of the moment, you will not be able to perform anywhere. And the thing about Aquarius is this, they're so cool when it comes to the world, but inside they are not managing their own emotions, and so you are not 100% in your power as a result. The emotional field is the primary communication field on Earth. People don't know a language, but they look in the eyes, they see suffering, and there's billions of spiritual words that are exchanged, and that is because each human being knows that feeling. God damn it. So you're stepping into your potential with Jupiter here. Now, that leads us to the solar eclipse in Taurus, a big booster shot of energy and creation energy towards a new way of thinking. This new way of thinking, in my opinion, or for the clients, my Aquarius clients, I'm saying, here's the new thinking. Be mindful of how you feel in every moment. You cannot leave the baby in the crib for one moment. You must be always wondering and knowing how you feel. And if you don't feel good, you can't enter into the meeting, the whatever. All right? So this is the potential for Aquariuses to step out of their heebie-jeebie, uncomfortable in their own skin personalities, because part of the issue with being uncomfortable in your own skin has been the fact you've been not attending to your own feelings properly. So what's going to happen is we want to cut away the emotional childhood. We want to cut away the attachment to the past. And that's what the solar eclipse is an invitation to cut that away and now grow a new emotional foundation for yourself that will allow you to have a new connection to your life, a new emotional connection to your life in the moment. All right, that's the Jupiter side working on you as well. Now, what's cool about this whole thing is underneath the seams, we have what we call a grand trine going on. And that means that although life isn't moving forward in every direction, it is moving forward in this direction. And look at this, it's trined into Jupiter as well. So with Jupiter being the only moving planet in the square, Jupiter is also pushing a grand trine. And the way this unites for Aquarius and Aquarius risings is as you move forward into being able to connect to the moment emotionally and more powerfully, all right? That's Jupiter in Cancer, right? And that, of course, involves a new emotional foundation to begin with this solar eclipse. You will find that your career with Saturn and your pocketbook, money with Chiron, all begin to heal. So what happens here is as you move forward, just to reiterate, the planets say, as you emotionally can take and tolerate the moment better and better, Jupiter in Cancer, and stand in the fire. Why can you stand in the fire? Because you in the background are emotionally attending to your baby. Things will move forward. So, whoops, wrong slide. So in the Grand Cross here, you can see that Jupiter is essential to the cross and the trine, and that means get into the yoga of connecting to the moment. Now, this is what I was going to show you here in this next slide is, in essence, you're rebuilding your self-esteem, and your self-esteem comes to how well you feel. So for Aquarius and Aquarius risings, if you don't feel good, you're not worth crap. You can't manifest anything. And so this solar eclipse is actually late Monday night, early Tuesday, and it will be the invitation to step out of the old emotional foundation and therefore step into a new emotional foundation. These may also be changes with relocating the home, the family, or family structure changes. And over the eclipse, you fall asleep in the United States basically saying, this is my new foundation. As we move through the week, by Thursday, you're loving and trusting that everything will work out with whatever your plans are in reality and whatnot. And the moon moving into Gemini means that things speed up as far as activity and you thinking about things, and that's when things can get a little off-centered. Your inner child is going to light up and get excited about things, but it's important to stay and maintain emotional ground through this transit because we just planted new seeds, basically. So new sprouts of self-esteem will be held if you hold that space and not trample on it. And by the end of the week, you're starting to feel now, your emotions are catching up to you, or you're starting to feel the progress of that Jupiter in Cancer. Or for those Aquariuses who have refused to deal with their emotions, you'll begin to feel breakdown by Saturday from that. Now, what about those who feel like an Aquarius in their love? Well, for those who have 4 VQs or Venus in Aquarius, first of all, I want to tell you that there are new videos at Soul Garden TV. So if you go to soulgarden.tv, you'll be bounced to YouTube, and you can see we have some VQ videos where you can understand what it's like to love as a 4 VQ or with Venus in Aquarius. And for those with Venus in Aquarius, right now is a real big self-esteem building time. You're holding space on a very high level for things you want to produce through love and through giving and receiving. So you may be holding off for even a business thing right now, and business might be leading to love and connection. If you are a single 4VQ, you are right now starting to feel your most valuable on, let's say, the market, even though things aren't moving too fast with the Grand Cross. If you're in an existing relationship, the potential of manifesting together has never been more fertile than it is now. And if you are single and intend to stay single right now, then you yourself are becoming extremely fertile by circulating your love back into yourself and back into the things you're manifesting. So it's a very, very fertile time for the 4VQs. And one other thing for the 4VQs, if you don't want to have children or don't want to get pregnant, for the ladies out there, be careful. This is a very, very fertile part of the transit, FYI. All right. So again, come on down to YouTube if you want to know more about yourself and get to know yourself a little bit better. Now, for those who have a Megascope monthly, definitely watch your Megascope because I go in deep on this solar eclipse in Taurus and give you some backstory and talk about how this is the last huge investment for you to get emotionally grounded till 2022. The next one is 2032. And if you don't have a Megascope, you can still download. They're at soulmart.me. If you'd like to be coached in the moment through this awesome transit, I do it. I would text people on their cell phones 5 to 7 times a day based on your chart. The first week is free. Come to gavenus.com if you'd like to know more about that. And if you're watching us on YouTube, we ask please subscribe to our channel. We do appreciate it. Also, if you'd like to like us on Facebook, come to soulgarden.me. And if you would like to be on our mailing list and get emailed the horoscopes and the zodiac weathers, just come on down to soulmart.me and join our list. All right, my aquas, my groovy patients, it's time to step into a new emotional foundation, or at least step out of the childhood and step out of the chaos. So when we come back next week, we'll talk about building the nest that will lay the golden egg. More on that in a week. Until then, live, love, be.